Welcome back, everyone. Might end up a little bit late to dinner, but we're gonna finish this tonight. Let's go. 4 paths left, including 2 runs at Dread Emperor Doom. Should be around 2 hours. We'll see how it goes. Okay. So, like, Cosmics, more Cosmics, seriously Cosmics, be careful parrying. Hey, Misty, thank you. Cool, that's simple enough. What do you do? That doesn't feel like what we're probably going to want to do this time. Oh, that's kind of gross. Okay. Hey, warrior. Okay, how's it going? Whoops, that's fine. He's gonna hit me. Or he's not. I honestly forgot about the Energize buff. I didn't need this many. Go for it, buddy. Jesus. Hey, Jason, how's it going? Here. Thank you. There he goes. Finally started. 3 or 4 path fights into path 1, waiting for energy. Nice. Correct, Black Hole. His SIG increases the ability accuracy of his personal effects, which includes passives. Hmm? Oh. Not aimed at me. Nice, congrats on Black Cat. Whoops. Dang it. That's fine. No, Dread Doom isn't really a corrupted boss, not the same way. Because it's still the power of the Chrono Serpent, but as arrogant as Victor is, to assume he can hold on to it for a long time, at the moment of the fight, he is still in control, and so it is Doom and not somebody corrupted by Oracles. Sometimes I'm great with that special one, sometimes I'm not. Why does Purgatory Slow turn it off? Purgatory Slow does not guaranteed turn it off. The difference is that Slow has a built-in effect that is basically grit. So even if the Unstoppable triggers, Purgatory can keep hitting into it. Decelerate does not have that ability. Hey, Jason, Jency, welcome. Big crit. Yeah, no problem, Black Hole. It is in the description of Slow. If you check the glossary, it will, like, there's an extra line that says unstoppable opponents will react as if they weren't, but that's what that's covering. You can get that many tickets in the next 2 months, but you have to buy a fair number of the specials, I think, in the web store. I don't know. Somebody told me that it was very possible, and I didn't really dig into it, to be completely honest. There's definitely a chance, Jason. Like, there were certain things about the chase that we needed to learn from. Whoops. And that's part of why we did the idle experiment, because we wanted to see what the difference would be. But it did a lot of good. I wouldn't be surprised by something. High Evolutionary in Battlegrounds is definitely a defender. And he's decent, but there are counters, so it kind of depends on where your bar is. That was my fault. Yeah, easy. Lazy. Tier 4 Alpha. Everest content does have a fair bit. The biggest thing that I would recommend is, like, do the big content that you can, do the story content you can, but, like, if you're not already Valiant, Elijah, gun for it as quickly as possible. Because, like, speaking from the perspective of my alt account, being Paragon is good. You do have access to some decent stuff in the stores, but your price points are significantly worse. You want to be Valiant as quickly as possible and focus on that above everything else, because then all of your stores and stuff will upgrade, and you'll be significantly more efficient moving forward. Sounds good, Cyber. Good to hear from you. This is my fourth to last path. So when I'm done with this one more in this quest, and then 2 more runs on Dread Doom. Oh, shoot. Oh, no, wait. That was fine. I just got... Get rid of the power game? Something. Well, I think it got rid of the dex, but that's awesome. Noted, Cyber. How's it going, Chris? I don't think it's necessarily longer. We have had a fair number of tangents. But I think even at good time, it's been roughly 20 minutes a path, which makes for a fair amount of time. Nah, it's okay. Responsibility is shared by myself as well. That was my fault. That was my fault for sure. Is this node working correctly? Certainly doesn't look like he's going immune to non-damaging debuffs. This root node triggering during, like, it not being paused during your own specials is some special kind of BS. Come here. Yeah, that node definitely was not working. That's weird. Fight would have been a lot harder if it was. Injustice. I don't know that I've heard about that one, Jason. I definitely report it if you haven't yet. Yeah, isn't there a path that has an uncanny node, Arun? I don't think the number of fights are being reduced, no. A key point of it is still to try and ask you to have a broader roster. Excuse me. Okay, block pen. Bunch of cleanse. And keep it off with dots. Avoid buffs. Okay. But you want buffs or prowess. Okay. Gonna have to keep an eye out for this guy. But otherwise, this looks fine. I think we'll definitely want Kushala somewhere in here, because she's already good at what this does. Okay, we want heal block. We're just going to have to bring someone and or swap someone. Okay, that seems fine. Just frequent heal block. It all seems fine. I mean, we're starting to run out of them, aren't we, Globs? Sure he does, but why bother with a 6-star if I don't need to? Absorbing Man will have his day again. I don't need to rush it until then. Not even gonna get to the other special too. That's fine. Yeah, I would also be fine with us reusing more. It does reduce the likely spending, because the incentive is going to be lower, but gives people a chance to catch up. Probably still results in some spending. It slows us down, okay. He didn't have a cleanse left. Oh, I didn't have a buff either. Alright. No, you were supposed to dash, you coward. Okay, got him. Alright, nullify all of them, including the Incinerate immunity? Nope. Oh, because he has the Sovereign up. Doy. Oh, that's interesting. It tried to nullify the ignitions first. And so we only got one. Kind of depends on what you're doing, Cyber. Do you need the extra ability accuracy? For this fight, I kind of did. Do you need the extra ability power rate? Do you need to reduce your opponent's power rate? Do you need them to be more aggressive? Do you need the block regen? Like, you need the blessings if you need the effects of the blessings. Somewhat depends, clubs. I don't know, I guess that makes sense. I thought there was a decent chance I would get them all at once. Oh yeah, because Cassandra doesn't. Did that stun really not protect itself against ability accuracy reduction? I hadn't really thought of that. Gross. Okay, She-Hulk is gonna mess with the ability accuracy of all my stuff during specials. 55% is disgusting. Okay, I'm gonna go North Star, I'm gonna go to Special 3, and then I'll come back. Alright, dash at me. Right, she goes unstoppable because I go unstoppable, so I just can't punish her heavy. That's fun. Well, now I can punish her heavy. Yes, yes he is, Lawrence. I used him on my first run. Nah, I don't take that as a dig. Don't worry. It's kind of complicated, this guy, because the short answer is that they do trigger on activation of special threes. Um, it's just that on activation of special three is not quite what you think it is. Because power stings are triggering, are removing themselves on activation of special three, but on activation of special three is still after the matinee has started, meaning the cutscene, right? So you see the special three play out, and then the game is able to process what happened on activation and go, oh, a power sting has gone, time to deal damage. And the reason for that is because the alternative would be that power stings could just interrupt the special three and kill you as you throw it. And so we elected to not do that and postpone the damage until after. And that does have a few weird, unintuitive consequences, but I think it is overall better for things. Oh, that was my fault. Oh, he didn't dash, he auto ran. You jerk, you die anyway. Alright. That is so frustrating, Gloves. Why can they not just make them not stink? That was my fault. I forgot about the cleanse. Thank you, that was lovely. It hurt because I didn't have the armor break up anymore. But I'll take them. I don't mind spoiling that ability. I am not. Um, it was possible that I would be on the rework, but bluntly, I was only gonna push for it if it was Loki or Winter Soldier. Um, I have already designed a Ghost Rider, as y'all know, and I didn't really want to be greedy. Nah, that's okay. It's in good hands. Well, that's not how that's supposed to work. Is it only with a special? No, the trap isn't being removed at all. What? Please hold. Your call is important to us. Yeah, I saw you say it earlier, Black Hole, and that's why I was keeping an eye on it. I thought she was the worst boss. I think I read the note wrong. Honestly, there's a decent chance you did. But I appreciate that honesty. Hey, Breton. Who designed Yelena, Joaquin, and Cyclops? Cyclops was Joaquin was Skippy, Yelena was DeRoche. Okay, Silver Sable, blah 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 blah. Remove actual trap if pushed into them. Ah, it's listening for triggers. It's probably the triggers that are broken. The opponent hits with a heavy. Oh, that's bad. Not what they should be doing. No, but it should still work. Like, this isn't how I would code it, but it should still work. Weird. Okay, 1 second. Okay, message scheduled. I'm not gonna tag people on a Sunday. Oops. Come here. Okay, this is gonna take a little bit long. I also hit her before she... That was weird. Okay. Whatever, we're getting the Fury. Yeah, I wish our community was that trustworthy. I really do. Right, because we had too many weaknesses on us. Okay. Oh. I don't mind that fight. It's a little bit long. The weaknesses make it difficult to really get into a rhythm. I can see how Sentinel would be fine. We had Omega Sentinel on the team. She'd also be fine. If I'd gone straight to the special 3, timed things a little bit differently, it just would have taken 2 rotations. Would have been fine. Yeah, the fight is okay. Sable being bugged definitely makes it take a bit longer. No, I don't think so, Haj. I thought about that before. Like, the content creator in me and the teacher in me would love to make a video about how I'd buff a champion's kit. Um, but the pragmatist in me knows it would be a terrible idea. Because it's like I'm not even worried about people saying do it yourself. Like the problem is more people going to like Mike or Crashed or somebody else on the team and harassing them about it, right? They're like, DLL already did the work, as though the paper design is all of the work and there's not like 30 other things that need to happen. They'll be like, DLL already did the work. Just put this in the game. Come on, why aren't you doing this? And it like that's problem number 1. Problem number 2 is that if we eventually buff that character and it doesn't go to me, then like worst case scenario there is that people think that my kit would have been stronger or it better, and then they take that to the person who reworked them and put a lot of time and effort into it and probably did something very worthwhile and go, why didn't you just use DLLs? It was better. Like, mm-mm, mm-mm-mm-mm. And unfortunately, there's just no way that one of those wouldn't happen. Yeah, to try and be quick, easy, you want to make sure she doesn't make sure that neither champion finishes heavies. So you want to bring a champion that doesn't need heavies. That's number 1. Number 2, bring a champion where you can safely alternate combos. So like I was not playing Viv to her full potential because I wasn't doing 5-hit combos, but the rhythm I found was phasing into light, medium, because that kept deja vu off me. And that meant that if the healer hide regen was on me, I would just benefit from it, because even one non-damaging debuff on me is a problem. If I had 2 or if I had the Spectre on me, I was losing health from it. So you want to avoid that. You also want to keep the weaknesses off you so that you can just finish the fight, right? And then you need somebody who just has really good access to heal block. Hopefully that helps. Unfortunately, I don't even think that that would work, Black Hole, though, like, picking somebody and then finishing it. Um, yeah, I don't really want to get into that too much, but the thing I will say, and I've said this before, is that while I don't want to while I don't want to discourage anyone from doing fan kits, it's a good exercise. It can be interesting. In terms of them actually getting into game, they're basically an exercise in futility because none of y'all know the coding system, so you don't know what would be difficult or impossible to code or what wouldn't work quite the way that you think it would. You don't have the ability to play test it, so you don't have the ability to find things that don't work and fix them early. That's my design process always includes implementing early, going and trying the thing that sounded good in my head and going, nope, definitely not. Back to the drawing board with that. Have to fix that tension. And then the other problem is that you don't have the collaboration aspect that we do in the on our team, which means you aren't getting input from other smart people the same way. And you don't have a history of dozens of champion design processes where you know what people have brought up and it informs things going forward, right? You don't know that if you like you haven't been in 5 different design reviews where um like Kabam Mimic or I have said, like, don't just put power control on your character incidentally. It's a huge power budget addition, and it's going to take up a lot of time both for you and the balance designer. So only do it if it's meeting one of your targets, right? It's like that's just one example, but there are dozens of those where, as I am designing in the first place, I can hear my coworkers say things that they've said in the past, and it shapes things and makes me better. And that goes for all of my coworkers too. And so it's like if I say that champion fan kits aren't up to snuff, I don't mean shade by that because they can't possibly be. There is so much extra support and experience that goes into the process that you just can't have from outside. And it means that even coming up with a good skeleton for one of us to work off of would be very, very difficult. Yeah, you see, keeping heal block on, not using heavies goes a long way. Cassandra doesn't quite vibe with me either, Jackson, simply because it's so much like parry heavy. It's not really a it's not a play style that I enjoy, even though I think the kit does it very well. Um, if you're not sure if she's good enough, but you enjoy playing her, I would recommend you go for it. If you're not worried about how strong she is and you just aren't really enjoying the play style, then I would recommend kind of holding off. Because she's good, but like you kind of need to buy into the whole thing. The bug is that Sable isn't removing her own traps even. Interesting, Klobs. Yeah, I mean, Klobs is literally right, which is funny given that he is also young, and I know he understands that irony, and I'm not that old. But yes, there are a lot of literal children in the community, so how could they understand software development? Most of them haven't really worked in a true job either, right? Where you are always in a team setting. And it is where a lot of the disconnect comes from in discussions. I know, but it's also just like even if you've had other jobs, if you haven't gone through that cycle of like shipping something real every month forever, it's it's really difficult to get in that headspace. I know you have a real job. You're not that young, but you are young. Multiple man yellow numbers go burr is a good idea. Something tells me any submissions that we would get would be a little more involved than that. Yeah, exactly that kind of thing, easy, right? And it's the same way where, like I was saying earlier, like DLL already did the work. Imagine if somebody just like brought you a a mostly unlabeled sheet of graph paper where they had drawn out a floor plan and then we're like, well, I did the hard part, so now we have a building, right? Look, it's got all the lines on it and everything. It's measured out. That's the whole job, right? I'm 11. If I don't know if you're being serious or not, Jamarian, I would believe it if you were, but uh, case in point, if so. I know Nagase started playing the game when he was around that old. Yeah, the designer for the Maker was Kabam Windshear. It was his first champion. You'll see more from him soon. It's tough, Jency. There are a whole lot of old things we would love to rip out and rebuild and just can't. Because the treadmill is always there. The metaphor I've used in the past is that monthly releases of a game like ours is like a ship of Theseus problem if the ship of Theseus was also serving as an active cruise liner at all times. It's rough. I can see that, Jackson. I think one mistake that I see a lot of people go for, and it's because Karate Mike is comfortable with it, bluntly. Mike doesn't mind going for the heavy right away and putting the stun on cooldown. I think for almost anybody else as they're learning to use her, don't do that. Save it. Do the parry heavy, don't do the fancy thing. Leave that as a safety net for when you want to charge and you aren't 100% sure it's safe, if that makes sense. The eternal tech debt sprint that never happens. Yeah. Our backlog is massive. And it's not that we never get through it, right? I cleaned up guaranteed crits for, I think, this build. I cleaned up Unstoppable. I cleaned up Unblockable. Other people have also done cleanups. I parent childhood exhaustion, so it wasn't just an invisible negative cruelty. Fun fact. There's a bunch of those that are have not been fixed. It's like we do fix things, but not everything that we want to. Okay. Neither, Warrior. Red Hulk was added to the Titan because we actually do like Red Hulk, and he fit well into the science class and didn't really need an update. I know people say that they would like one. I get it. I don't really want to have that fight, but he fit. Jesus, I feel old. I started playing this game while I was in undergrad, junior year of undergrad. It was within months of me starting dating my now wife. Been a long time. Yeah. No, I get you, Nick. Yeah, that cheerboard. It's okay. Tenacity. See? Everybody's like, this is a bug. Other people are gaining Gene's abilities. No, read the notes. Please. No, I know Madrox. Okay. So mostly here we want mutants with miscounters. So we're going to be using Gene, probably Onslaught, bringing Science. Like, I'm probably going to bring Patriot as well for that Morbius, because that'll work well. And that's probably all we really need. We can bring Omega Sentinel as well. And then which trap node is this? Okay, it's that one. Where you need more special attacks. Okay, Shanta. Take care, Nick. Can Cyclops nuke 50% of Ordeal's assets? I mean, probably. Cyclops is pretty good. Hmm. This is fine. The in-game announcement page? I think it's usually an issue of translation. Like, I think whether you agree with this rule or not, I think the rule is that like things that go on the forums don't have to be translated, whereas things that go in game do, and that just takes longer. But I don't know for sure. That is a bit of a guess. Thanks, Walrus. It's been pretty decent. That's really funny. Ouch. Okay. Eh, she's a Celestial Madonna. She'll be fine, Plobs. You know what? I don't need the uncanny there. Too difficult to get with this short vigilance. What? Didn't I reduce the... No, it's not the requirement, it's just the threshold. That's right. That's fine. Build back to it. Ah, come here. Sometime after Monday, Jackson. I don't know exactly when, but like we're waiting for the window to close. It's a lot easier to do that data pull and gift map once rather than several times. Oh, grr, I didn't pause properly. There we go. Oh, Danny. Oh, Danny girl, bro, you're freaking special too. Ma'am. No. No. Absolutely not. I'm not accepting that. So rude. From corner to corner of the arena here, she chased me down, and then she got 3 bars. So rude. That was my fault. I was late on that. That's a shot. Hey John, how's it going? Yeah, no, I definitely hear you, Easy. Especially if the important part is a response to a long forum thread and it's on page 4 or whatever, and there's not like an easy bookmarking system. I don't like the forums. Ouch. Jabari's so bad about that. That was dangerous. Yes, Onslaught was Kabam Blex, whose most recent champion was High Evolutionary. That was my fault. I even had a chance to get out of it, too. It was aggressive instead. Oh no, sir. Alright. I might do the full special dex. But I don't want to have to do it. No, it's not. Oh my god. Y'all need to read notes. Sorry, the Elgato freaked out. I even specifically called this out before I started the path. Look. Uncanny. The path gives you uncanny. It's not a bug with Gene. I've seen that reported at least 5 times. Sorry, Sans. That wasn't aimed at you. It was brought up twice before this stream, and I called it out before the start of the fight. If you're gone, then you're gone, and I'll see you next time. Because if there was supposed to be a question mark there, then it wasn't aimed at you, right? So it doesn't have to offend you. It was aimed at the people who have done this path and reported a bug and haven't read the note. Oh, come on. I know this is gonna hurt. Yeah, I don't think... I think there was just one node change, and it was a node swap. We did not really have time to build new nodes and test them. Wait, where is... There he is. Jeez. I don't know if I noticed if clapback got swapped or not. I don't know. Anywho. Missed it by a split second. The block stun on that beam is too long. Cool. Ow. Cool. Worth it. That hurts. Oh. Cool. Thank you for going completely anti-aggro there. I really appreciate that. And we did. You're just gonna go straight to the special 3. Yeah, okay, cool. That's fine too. Oh. You're a jerk, Victor. Hey, Nier. I don't know why I held like that. Fine. Go to special 2. And that's why I brought a Paco. Okay. I would still love if you actually threw your special one. Cool. Jerk. No, that's fine. Why not? Please, by all means, throw your special one right as you're about to cross 2 bars and completely change the way that I engage with it. I don't mind. Not chill, Victor. Not chill. Cool. I hate the block stun on that last hit. It makes it so difficult for you to run in. Hey, Elijah. This is my second to last run on Victor here, Charles. No! I don't know why I tried this time, because of course, why would it work? Why would the animation that was specifically tuned to allow this work? Yes, this is the path where he gains 6 will back. Victor. No, I don't mind the special one being completely frickin' net neutral on will. Why would I mind that? This is not net neutral, it's -9 plus 6. But... Forgot about the unblockable. That one's 100% on me. Last two, less so. That one, that's on me. Okay. I haven't messed with it much, Indigo, but do you consider that a problem? If it is unpunishable? Because I don't think I do. Or are you asking? If I could do giveaways of revives that were expiring anyway, I probably would. Alright, another one reviver. At least this time the path went better. Why not, Indigo? A certain number of specials just are unpunishable. Like, if you're asking me if that was the intent, I can't answer you because I wasn't in her brainstorm. I'm not her animator. Like, I wasn't there in the animation reviews. Sometimes they're just not supposed to be punishable. Yeah, I think the fight's generally pretty good. Again, like my only real complaint is that the special 2 doesn't lock you at all the way that the special 1 does, which I thought it was supposed to. I'm pulling up the code right now. Because then that makes the hit stun on the second hit of it a little egregious. Yeah, it's supposed to be on both, but it doesn't. I swear it doesn't look like it's working on the special 2. Or maybe that's the issue, is that it's just not applying to how much the special itself pushes you back. So dodging can push you back, but then that's probably what it is, but that doesn't feel like the intent to me. It doesn't describe it on the info page? Interesting. It's really obvious during the special 1. And so it's not really clear how it's supposed to be working. Like, it's really obvious on the special 1, and so I would assume that it's something you're supposed to pick up on, but because it's not in the info page, I'm not entirely sure what the intent was. That's weird. That's very weird. Eh, it happens sometimes, but honestly, if you feel like he's never throwing any specials, you might be really unlucky, but honestly, more likely you're probably not doing the subtle things that you can to manipulate the AI. Like, you're probably blocking too much, you're probably staying too far away. It's difficult to describe if you're not used to it, but there are little things you can encourage. Okay, I remember the countdown note. I actually enjoyed that one. That's kind of rough. Who are you supposed to use for this Havoc? I guess just healing? Man, I can tell I'm getting tired. Last path, though. I'll see how this Iron Man goes, and I'm happy to swap in future Ant-Man if that doesn't work for me. Like, both Iron Man and Ironheart are going to be ranked 2, so... eh. That's interesting. And why am I not taking damage back like it said I would? Oh, come on. Bro. Bro. Thank you. Yeah. Oh, it's only when they hit you? I misread that entirely. Okay, that's easy. I mean, until they pull that nonsense, but... Yes, I know how Havoc works. That was not my question. I read the Scourge node as basically being Thorns. And so now I'm realizing that I brought a team I definitely did not need to, and I'm going to change some things up. And I realize that is how that reads, but then that is also just way less important. Okay. Okay, I'm going to swap some things around. We don't really need Dazzler and Jean, then. Where's Quicksilver? Where'd he go? I know he's in here somewhere. Okay. And then do we have an answer for everybody? Yeah, I'll be fine for Elsa. Cool. That's fine. I need a nap. Okay. I use the Storm Relic for Jean just because of the negative energy resistance, but it's not like an incredible synergy for her. You could definitely justify a decent Magneto combination. Chavez, really? Oh, does the hit have to be unblockable? That's kind of annoying. It's not my fault it wasn't unblockable. Boop. Which relic best for Nico? Ghost Rider's the most direct benefit, but you could definitely use a defensive stat cast if you wanted to go that way. Come on, Elgato. And yes, sorry, Indigo, that is rank 4 Infinity Iron Man. Man, this... I know... I'm not saying the path is easy, there's risk to it, but this path is so much easier than I thought it was when I first read it. Because if every single one of these defenders had escalating thorns, I was like, man, this is going to be really tough. Oh. Yeah, because Ghost Rider boosts the strength of direct damaging effects, which includes poison, and also improves power gain effects, which includes Nico's instant bursts on it, buff for buff immunity. Classic. Dang it. Okay. Good to go. Boop. I have the, what is it, the HD 60S, not the 4K one, but like a pretty The one that I think was the best a year and a half ago. Something like that. Ow. I find that one a little tricky. Okay, come on. There we go. No, it's not the M.2. I think I didn't have enough of those. It is still the external one. Don't update to Windows 11. You are several months too late on that. But you were also saying that when you thought I had the M.2, so maybe we're okay. Dang it. Yeah, and I need to parry earlier, and I don't know how to do that. Okay, come on, buddy. One more time. Okay. Woohoo! Alright. That's close. Yeah, you're getting good advice in chat, Charles. I also streamed that whole thing, and I should have a playlist for Epic of Pain if you want to check that out, because it might help a bit. But Zeki's giving you good advice. Which is why I haven't really chimed in here. Woohoo! That hurt. Alright. That was close. I'm really sorry to hear that, Clubs. That stinks. Because I know that this is blasphemy in certain circles, but I've actually kind of liked Windows 11 overall. For my purposes, it's kind of a step up. Excuse me, I had a countdown charge? Okay. Is it only special 2? It's probably only special 2. Yep, it's only special 2. That's fine. Wait, am I not allowed to gain another? don't think that's such. Ah! He did the same thing again. He waited until he was at, like, 1.99 bars of power and threw the special one into my parry. Are you talking about hubris, Zeki? Because, yeah, that's no. Yes. Nothing stops the baptism of doom. I'm getting really annoyed by the various hit stun parts of this. No! No! That one was obviously my timing. Oh, yeah. No, that's not intended. It's known, that doesn't surprise me, but it's not intended. Oh, come on, Victor. Bro! Okay. No! That's the timing. That is the... That's the window. Cool. Do I have a team revive and overflow? I don't. I'll keep using these then. Oh, I know. I'll be fine, Zeki. I'm allowed a little bit of tilt. This guy's a jerk. No, I was late on that one. I was definitely late on that one. That was my fault. Wait. Okay. No, never. Absolutely not. This is the easiest trap node, and I'm just playing poorly. One more. Yeah, and like that is the fight design doing what it's supposed to, because like the Baptism of Doom doesn't need to be there, right? You could just tune that to do 200% of the opponent's health as damage, right? Like, there are other ways to just kill someone as a punishment. It doesn't even have to kill. It could just be like an incredible amount of attack rating. The point is the tilt, because it's Doom, and Doom is a petty word I'm not going to use right now. And that is a thing that I do like about the fight, thematically. Like, the one-hit KO, Y'all didn't play the early versions of this. The one hit KO was egregious in the first version of this that I played. If you got, like, I think you had to intercept, and if he hit you with like a light, then you died. it was it was like one of the phases was mediums inflicted baptism of doom, one of them was lights inflicted baptism of doom. Oh my god, it was so tilting. And so the fact that it's just like when you mess up the special punishes you're supposed to be doing, like it's I still think that the special 2 should probably have that like limit on how far you can move when you block a hit and not just when you're dexing. I consider that either a mistake or an oversight, one of the two. It's at least an oversight in that I don't remember noticing it and yelling about it in playtesting, right? So I'll take some responsibility there. But that's basically my only real problem. Some of the timings I think could be just slightly more open, but I'm also kind of gambling by using somebody like Northstar, who is better at stripping away the amplifies, but takes more time to do it. And so I'm effectively shrinking the windows for myself and kind of playing on expert. And so, like, I'm not actually upset. I'm just feeling the tilt. The special 2 knockback thing is the only thing in the fight that I think actually should change. It's a very well designed fight. Is just fighting Doom, who has absorbed the power of the Chrono Serpent, given everything about his personality, probably should be tilting. So, kudos. Will I open the Titan? I think I probably will. Let's go take a look. Yeah, like it's I don't like Quicksilver's dashback plus his double medium, or I would be using him more. Tigra feels pretty good. I probably could have limited my own errors by using Tigra and Silk more. Northstar is definitely min-maxing, and you will pay for it if you mess up. And that's what you saw here. But that's fine, because it sped things up, and I have God knows how many revives and overflow. I mean, we all know how many, because we just saw the counter, but like I'm not bothered by it. Yeah, I thought about using Werewolf a couple times and just didn't get to it, but that definitely makes sense. Okay, like this doesn't matter in the slightest, does it? Because I can get Corvus or Omega Red. Full stop. Don't care that much about either. Who do I have that's unduped? Probably just my rank 1s. Do I have any unduped rank 2s? White Tiger. And basically just White Tiger because everybody else is exclusive, right? Sentry isn't in the basic yet. Am I remembering that correctly? Maybe, Raz. Depends on how long it takes the team to get to it after the window closes. Okay, so White Tiger, Spidey Supreme, unless he's still in there? I think he's out of the Titan. Infamous Iron Man. Warlock. The list is short. Yeah, Sentry's not in the basic because Sentinel and Deadpool are not. Venom Pool. Spot. Jesus, I don't even know. I'm gonna open one Tech and one Mystic. Cool. Then I'm just going for Warlock and White Tiger. I've had my fill of Warlock. He's a great champion, but I don't feel the need to play him. Cool. Cool. Not if you've already opened one, Hodge. It's not per Titan, it's just if you've opened a Titan. Alright, let's see what we get. Come on, Carrie. Please. Like rain on your wedding day. Jesus Christ. Cool. Well, have another shot soon. That's a good one. No. If you keep the aura off, then you're allowed to cause him to miss. If he had the aura up and Viv phased, then that's just a flat out bug. Okay. Quick comparison, because this rolls over soon. Hmm. Wait. Don't I have... Yeah, okay, so I can get 3 of them. Let's do this. I don't know, Chris. Stat casts all have the same prestige, yes. Oops. Whoa. Why did that stop? Okay, I realized I actually have to go. So, I will finish this side quest up, probably off stream, and then I will figure out who I'm going to rank up later. But I appreciate y'all for hanging out. Whoops. You know what? I'm fine. This is taking too long. I'll start over later. Yeah, it's... Oh, this is fine. Oh! This is the one where you lose your entry fee, so I shouldn't have done that. Okay, well, I'll revive leader later, and... Leader later, okay. And rely on willpower. That'll be fine. But I'll see y'all later. Take care, everybody.